My name is Catherine Robinson. I'm from Syracuse, New York, in the USA. And I served my country. I was a captain in the Army. And right now I'm a stand-up comedian and a singer-songwriter. I do not have any kids. I'm single. That sounds a little pathetic, but no, I live in Los Angeles currently, and I'm pursuing my dreams. When I was signing the paper for the Army, and I knew I was gonna deploy inevitably. It was definitely gonna happen. And I remember I was about to sign, and my hands started shaking, and I couldn't get the pen down on the paper. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, I'm signing my life away. You know, is this worth it? I mean, I could die. You know, is all of this worth it? And I even joked to the woman helping with my contract, and I said, it feels like I'm signing my life away. And she said, you are. So that realization, it absolutely became real. And all of a sudden, when she said that, and even though I was joking and she was being very serious, it felt right. And it was very easy for me to sign my name on that contract. Because I just knew it was right. I knew my reasons for joining were really selfless. They really were. It wasn't for me. It was for the guys and girls, the men and women in arms, you know, all of the allies, and being able to help in some way. And I thought truly, I really truly deeply thought that I could make a difference. I really truly deeply thought there's a reason for me doing this, and I'm gonna bring home these men and women safely. Unless you've been there, unless you've experienced it, then you have no idea. You have no idea what we went through. You have no idea how hard it is for any soldier. You have no idea how difficult it is to see, you know, our guys, we call it a ramp ceremony, when one of our soldiers is killed, and we put him on a helicopter and in a coffin and salute him. And so you carry that with you. One of the things I believe so wholeheartedly is that everything in life happens for a reason. And through my experience and through that trauma of being raped, I actually was able to help a couple of my female soldiers while I was in the Army, because I recognized the signs of their depression and that deep pain that nobody else could really describe. I mean, unless you've been through it, it's really hard to recognize, I would think. But I was able to recognize this in a couple of my soldiers and prevent them from committing suicide. And two of my soldiers actually brought me their suicide notes and said, ma'am, I was planning on killing myself tonight, and then you stopped me, you know, because I just asked them how they were, and I ended up saying, hey, I don't know what you've been through, and I don't want to assume anything, but I've been raped. And through that, they were able to open up and tell me their experiences themselves. And so I look at it through strength now, as opposed to this huge travesty or bogging me down. If you were my rapist, I would tell you that you're a horrible person for what you did to me. I couldn't get up for weeks. I stopped eating. I stopped talking to friends and family. I cut friends and family out of my life for a while. I lost a lot of friends. I couldn't function normally. And it's ruined a lot of my relationships. It's hard to let people hold me still in bed. I can't have anybody touch my ear because of the way you toyed with it. And it's taken me this long, but I finally trust men again. But it still takes me a long time too at times. And I've overcome so much. and I've been able to help people through what I went through. And I don't want to forgive you, ever. But truly, if you really understand, if you think that you can at least somewhat, on some level, feel guilty, then maybe I can forgive. I move on every day with my life. And I just wonder if you ever think about it. Has it ever stopped you? Love is this overwhelming joy that just hits you, it just smacks you and just overwhelms you, and it just makes you smile and feel through your whole body. And it, for me, it connects me with another person of caring so much for that person, and I would do anything for that person. And the person who I fell in love with, I am gay. And I've liked girls ever since I was a little girl. And I kept it a secret from my family. And my dad, I remember when Ellen DeGeneres came out, it was the first time I ever heard of the word gay before. And my parents were talking about it. And I asked my dad, "Dad, what is gay?" And he goes, "It's a girl who likes another girl and they're going to hell." And so I said, okay. And I walked straight up to my room, closed the door very quietly, and then I bawled my eyes out into my pillow. And I prayed to God every day to please let me like boys. Please make me straight, because I knew I liked girls. And so I tried pretending I liked boys and stuff, but I never did. And then I met, to me, the love of my life. And her name was Jen. And gosh, it was just like my world changed. And I didn't really care about anything else. I just knew I wanted to be near her. And that was love to me.